a world where automotive technology is supposed to make our lives easier, why are so many new cars breaking down more than ever? Trusted brands that once symbolized durability and innovation are now rolling out models that are nothing short of disasters. From engine failures to glitchy electronics and transmissions that quit without warning, the reality behind these so-called modern marvels is nothing like the commercials promised. Yet, despite countless warnings, people are still lining up to buy them. Why are reliable names turning into unreliable nightmares? And more importantly, how can you avoid becoming the next victim of these junk cars? Overengineering gone wrong. Sometimes making cars smarter makes them weaker. In the past, cars were praised for their simplicity and durability. A durable engine, basic electronics, and a reliable transmission were all that most drivers needed. Today, however, cars are increasingly crammed with features that, while impressive on paper, often lead to a cascade of issues. This overengineering has turned what used to be dependable machines into complex, fragile systems that are prone to failure. One glaring example of this phenomenon is seen in the Stellantis lineup, particularly with Ram trucks. These vehicles, known for their rugged appeal and powerful engines, have increasingly become notorious for engine ticks and electronic glitches. The engine tick, often caused by poor oil flow, results from the engine's inability to properly lubricate its components during idle. This is particularly common in models equipped with the 5.7-liter Hemi engine. While the truck's robust suspension and frame suggest durability, the intricate internal components tell a different story. Adding to the woes are frequent infotainment issues, where the display screens freeze or sensors fail, leaving drivers without access to essential functions. Volvo, a brand once synonymous with reliability, has also fallen victim to overengineering. In their quest to create powerful yet efficient hybrids, they have produced vehicles that combine supercharging and turbocharging within a single engine. While this dual approach sounds impressive, it significantly increases the risk of mechanical failure. Volvo owners often report frequent check engine lights, oil consumption problems, and unpredictable engine behavior. The combination of forced induction and hybrid technology introduces more complexity than the average car owner can handle or afford to maintain. Modern luxury often means high maintenance, literally. In the quest to stand out, car brands often sacrifice the very qualities that made them reliable in the first place. If luxury cars are prone to issues, why do people keep buying them? The psychology of bad car choices. Why do people keep buying cars they know are trouble? The answer lies in a complex mix of loyalty, perception, and human psychology. Brand loyalty is a powerful force. Some car buyers develop an emotional connection with a particular brand, often because of a past positive experience or a long-standing family tradition. This attachment makes it difficult to accept that a brand they have trusted for years could produce unreliable vehicles. For example, Jeep owners are known for their unwavering devotion to the brand, despite persistent issues like the infamous death wobble or electrical failures. Similarly, Mercedes-Benz enthusiasts might overlook constant infotainment glitches because they associate the brand with luxury and status. This loyalty often leads to a phenomenon known as confirmation bias, where owners only seek information that supports their positive perception of the brand while ignoring evidence of recurring problems. If a friend or family member criticizes their car choice, they might become defensive, insisting that their model is the exception or that the problem is just a minor inconvenience. This mindset allows them to hold on to their belief that they made the right decision, even when faced with mounting repair bills and constant trips to the service center. Marketing plays a significant role in reinforcing this mindset. Automakers invest heavily in creating a brand image that projects reliability and sophistication. Commercials show cars conquering rugged terrains without a hitch or gliding effortlessly through cityscapes. By focusing on performance and luxury, these advertisements gloss over the practical realities of owning the vehicle long-term. The marketing message is clear. Owning this car means success, style, and superiority. This illusion is so strong that buyers often dismiss online reviews or reliability reports as being unrepresentative of the true quality of the car. Another factor is the halo effect, where one outstanding feature or reputation aspect overshadows any flaws. For instance, Audi has built a reputation for producing sleek, performance-oriented vehicles. Even when reports of turbocharger failures and timing chain issues surface, buyers focus on the driving experience rather than potential maintenance headaches. Similarly, Land Rover's association with rugged elegance makes buyers more willing to overlook its notorious suspension problems. Social status also plays a significant role in car purchasing decisions. Many people view luxury cars as a statement of personal success. Driving an Audi or a Land Rover is not just about getting from point A to point B. It is about projecting an image. When people see a car that exudes prestige, they often ignore or minimize the stories of reliability issues. In this context, the car becomes more than just a machine. It becomes a part of their identity. For some, the idea of owning a high-end brand outweighs the inconvenience of frequent repairs. There is also an element of sunk cost fallacy, where people continue to invest in a problematic car because they have already spent a significant amount on purchasing or maintaining it. Rather than cut their losses and move on, they convince themselves that the next repair will be the last, and that the car will finally live up to their expectations. This cycle continues, often leading to more frustration and financial loss. Then there is the fear of admitting a mistake. Buying a new car is a significant financial and emotional commitment. Admitting that the car you proudly purchased is, in fact, a problematic machine can feel like a personal failure. Some owners are so invested in proving that their decision was the right one that they will defend the car against any criticism, despite their own experiences suggesting otherwise. By understanding the psychological traps that lead people to repeatedly choose unreliable vehicles, it becomes clear that the issue is more than just mechanical. It is about perception, pride, and the stories we tell ourselves about our possessions. It is not just the mindset. Some brands are just serial offenders when it comes to reliability. If you're finding these insights valuable and want to stay updated on which cars are worth your money and which ones will drain your wallet, hit that subscribe button. We dig deep into the real stories behind these automotive flops so you don't end up regretting your next purchase. The worst offenders, Stellantis brands. Rugged image, fragile reality. This phrase perfectly captures the paradox of Stellantis brands, which are often marketed as rugged and reliable, yet consistently fail to live up to these promises. Stellantis, the parent company of brands like Ram, Jeep, and Chrysler, has built a reputation around producing durable and tough vehicles. Unfortunately, while these vehicles appear formidable on the surface, they tend to falter where it truly matters: reliability. In recent years, Stellantis brands have made headlines not for their rugged capabilities, but for their frequent and costly breakdowns. Consumers are beginning to realize that what looks like a robust machine on the outside may, in fact, be a ticking time bomb waiting to drain their wallets. Take the Ram brand, for instance. Ram trucks are celebrated for their powerful engines and ability to handle demanding tasks, making them a favorite among truck enthusiasts. Yet despite their tough exterior, these trucks are notorious for mechanical issues. One of the most common complaints involves engine ticks, a problem particularly prominent in the 5.7-liter Hemi 5 V8. This irritating noise is not just a superficial annoyance. It indicates deeper issues related to inadequate oil flow, which, if neglected, can lead to severe engine damage. Additionally, many Ram owners report recurring transmission failures, especially in models equipped with the 8-speed automatic gearbox. These failures often occur without warning, leaving drivers stranded and facing repair bills that can reach thousands of dollars. Jeep, another tough brand under Stellantis, similarly suffers from a glaring gap between image and reality. Jeep vehicles, particularly the iconic Wrangler, are marketed as go-anywhere, do-anything machines built to conquer the toughest terrains. However, many owners have experienced the dreaded death wobble, a terrifying phenomenon where the front wheels violently shake at high speeds. This issue, often stemming from loose suspension components, can make highway driving a harrowing experience. Moreover, Jeep models are plagued with unreliable electronics, from glitchy infotainment systems to persistent warning lights on the dashboard. Even newer models suffer from these issues, tarnishing Jeep's hard-earned reputation as the ultimate off-road brand. Chrysler, a brand once known for American luxury and innovation, is now seen as a symbol of declining quality. Modern Chrysler vehicles often suffer from transmission breakdowns, with the 9-speed automatic transmission being a major culprit. Drivers report rough shifting, sudden gear drops, and complete transmission failures, often within just a few years of purchase. Additionally, Chrysler's poor integration of electronic components has led to numerous complaints about malfunctioning infotainment systems and unresponsive touchscreen displays. This is particularly problematic in the Pacifica minivan, where families rely on reliable tech for long journeys. Stellantis brands fall short of their rugged branding, primarily because the company prioritizes aesthetics and marketing over mechanical integrity. By focusing on outward toughness without ensuring internal durability, these brands create vehicles that appear dependable but break down far too often. The problem lies not just in the engineering but also in the corporate strategy that values short-term sales over long-term customer satisfaction. Built tough on the outside, but falling apart on the inside. That is the unfortunate reality of Stellantis vehicles. While they continue to attract buyers with their bold looks and aggressive marketing, the persistent mechanical and electronic failures tell a different story. Consumers are beginning to see through the rugged facade, realizing that durability cannot just be an image. Some luxury European vehicles are equally flawed. How these cars break the bank. The real cost isn't the sticker price, it's the endless repair bills. Owning a problematic car is not just an inconvenience, it is a financial burden that can quickly spiral out of control. The appeal of owning a luxury or rugged vehicle often blinds buyers to the long-term costs associated with maintaining them. While the initial purchase may seem reasonable, especially if bought used or at a discount, the true cost becomes evident when repair bills start piling up. Owners of unreliable brands often find themselves spending far more than they anticipated, as constant maintenance drains their budgets. One of the most significant financial challenges of owning a problematic vehicle is the cost of repairs. Engine issues are among the most expensive, often requiring thousands of dollars to fix or replace key components. For example, a Ram truck experiencing engine tick might need a complete top-end rebuild, which can easily surpass $5,000. Similarly, a Mercedes-Benz owner dealing with air suspension failure may face repair bills of up to $8,000. Transmission failures are another financial pitfall, especially in brands like Chrysler and Acura. When a transmission fails, the cost of rebuilding or replacing it can range from $3,000 to $6,000. The financial hit does not stop with repairs. Insurance premiums are also significantly higher for cars known to be problematic. Insurers keep detailed records of vehicle reliability, and brands like Jeep, Audi, and Land Rover consistently show up on the list of high-risk vehicles. This increased risk translates to higher premiums, sometimes adding hundreds of dollars to annual insurance costs. Depreciation is another issue, as problematic vehicles lose value faster. Once a model becomes known for reliability issues, resale values plummet, making it difficult for owners to recoup their investment when trying to sell or trade in the vehicle. A bargain at the dealership can mean bankruptcy at the repair shop. When consumers realize this too late, they often face the harsh reality of either selling at a loss or continuing to sink money into repairs. Owning a problematic car is not just financially draining, it is an ongoing struggle that can turn what seemed like a great deal into a long-term burden. It's not just your finances that suffer, it's your peace of mind. The emotional toll of owning a problematic car, when your dream car becomes a daily nightmare. This phrase captures the harsh reality many car owners face when their vehicle, once a source of pride and excitement, becomes a constant source of stress and frustration. Owning a problematic car is not just about dealing with mechanical failures. It's also about coping with the emotional turmoil that comes with unreliable transportation. From stress and anxiety to social embarrassment and regret, the psychological impact of owning an unreliable vehicle can weigh heavily on anyone who has made a bad car purchase. One of the most immediate emotional impacts is the stress and anxiety associated with constant breakdowns. Imagine getting ready for work, only to realize that your car won't start. Again, the fear of being stranded on a busy highway or stuck at the side of the road in bad weather is always looming. For those who rely on their vehicle for daily commutes or transporting family members, this fear becomes a recurring nightmare. It is not just about the inconvenience, but also the loss of control over one's schedule and the feeling of vulnerability that comes with being dependent on a car that may or may not work when needed. Social embarrassment is another overlooked aspect of owning a problematic vehicle, particularly when that vehicle is a luxury brand. People buy premium cars like Audi, Mercedes-Benz, or Land Rover to make a statement, to showcase their taste, and to feel a sense of accomplishment. However, when that shiny car is frequently in the shop or spewing smoke on the highway, the sense of pride quickly turns to shame. An Audi owner who constantly deals with engine light issues knows this feeling all too well. The car, once a symbol of status, becomes a topic of ridicule among friends and colleagues who witness the frequent breakdowns and repair shop visits. Resentment also builds up when a car does not live up its expectations. When a vehicle is marketed as rugged or luxurious, buyers expect it to meet those standards. A Jeep Wrangler owner, for instance, may feel a deep sense of betrayal when the vehicle's infamous death wobble makes driving unsafe. This resentment is amplified when the manufacturer seems indifferent to the problem or when warranty claims are denied. It becomes harder to justify the initial excitement of the purchase when the vehicle repeatedly fails to perform basic functions without incident. What makes these emotional impacts even worse is the attachment that owners develop with their cars. After spending a significant amount of money, people form a bond with their vehicle, seeing it as more than just a machine. Admitting that the car was a poor choice feels like admitting a personal failure. This emotional investment makes it difficult to acknowledge that it might be time to cut losses and move on. Owners often cling to the hope that the next repair will finally resolve the issues, only to be disappointed time and time again. The ongoing stress, social embarrassment, and feeling of being stuck can take a toll on mental well-being. Car ownership should be a convenience and a source of freedom, not a burden that constantly weighs on one's mind. Yet, for those trapped with unreliable vehicles, every drive becomes a gamble. The allure of driving a luxury car or a rugged truck often outweighs practical considerations. But it doesn't have to be that way. There are smart ways to avoid buying a junk car. How to avoid buying a junk car? Before you make that down payment, here's what you need to know. Buying a car is a major investment, and making the wrong choice can lead to years of frustration and expensive repairs. While car commercials and dealership pitches might make every vehicle seem like the perfect fit, the reality is that many cars on the market today are notorious for their reliability issues. To avoid falling into this trap, you need to approach car buying with a strategy rooted in research and practical evaluation. The first step is to start with thorough research. Do not just rely on word of mouth or flashy advertisements. Instead, consult reliable sources like J.D. Powers and Consumer Reports. These organizations collect data from thousands of car owners, providing an unbiased look at which vehicles perform well over time and which ones are plagued with problems. Looking at these reports can give you a clear understanding of recurring issues, from engine malfunctions to electronic failures. By identifying models with high reliability ratings, you reduce the risk of buying a car that will spend more time in the shop than on the road. Next, learn to recognize the red flags. Cars that boast excessive technology features may seem appealing at first, but they often come with reliability risks. Turbocharged small engines, while powerful, are prone to overheating and excessive wear. Additionally, new models with unproven drivetrains might promise innovation, but lack the tested durability of older, proven designs. Choosing cars with simpler, well-established mechanical systems is often a safer bet, especially if you plan to keep the car for many years. Owner forums are another valuable resource. These online communities feature discussions among real car owners who share their experiences with specific models. Reading through these forums can reveal patterns of issues that might not show up in official reviews. For example, if multiple owners of a particular car complain about faulty infotainment systems or recurring transmission issues, it's a sign to proceed with caution. When you have narrowed down your options, take the car for a comprehensive test drive. Do not just drive around the block. Instead, take the vehicle on varied road conditions to see how it handles. Test the brakes, check for unusual noises, and make sure all electronic features are functioning correctly. A thorough test drive can reveal problems that may not be apparent during a short spin around the dealership lot. Finally, always check the car's recall history. Some models have been subject to frequent recalls due to safety or mechanical issues. Knowing the car's history can help you make a more informed decision. Sometimes the best way to save money is to avoid the shiny new model altogether. Instead, opting for a slightly older, well-reviewed vehicle can save you from costly surprises down the line, even if you buy the right car. How do you maintain it to avoid future headaches? Maintaining your car to prevent future problems. Keeping your car reliable isn't just about luck, it's about smart maintenance. Even the most dependable vehicles can turn into money pits if neglected. Regular maintenance and proactive care are essential for keeping your car running smoothly, regardless of the brand or model. Many car owners make the mistake of assuming that just because a vehicle is new or highly rated, it does not require diligent upkeep. Unfortunately, this assumption can lead to major problems down the road. Start with following the manufacturer's recommended maintenance schedule. This schedule is not just a guideline, it is the result of extensive testing to ensure the vehicle's longevity. Routine oil changes, brake inspections, and fluid checks are crucial to preventing engine wear and maintaining optimal performance. Skipping these basic maintenance steps can lead to more severe issues, such as overheating, brake failure, or decreased fuel efficiency. Always refer to your vehicle's manual to keep up with necessary services. Proactive care goes beyond just following schedules. It means addressing small issues before they escalate. If you notice your engine making unusual noises or your brakes starting to squeal, do not ignore it. Catching problems early can save you from more expensive repairs later. For instance, replacing worn brake pads promptly can prevent damage to rotors and calipers, which are far more costly to fix. Similarly, attending to small leaks before they worsen can save your engine from catastrophic damage. Technology upkeep is equally important, especially in modern cars equipped with advanced electronic systems. Regularly updating your car's software can prevent glitches in infotainment systems and ensure that safety features work as intended. Many manufacturers issue updates to address bugs or improve system stability. Neglecting these updates can result in malfunctioning displays, faulty sensors, or even compromised safety features. Make it a habit to check for updates during routine service appointments. Learning from other car owners can also be valuable. For example, some Audi owners have managed to avoid costly engine repairs by regularly replacing the timing chain before it fails. Similarly, Jeep owners who proactively upgrade their suspension parts often reduce the risk of experiencing the infamous death wobble. Taking preventive measures based on others' experiences can give you a practical edge in vehicle maintenance. Regular attention and proactive maintenance can keep even notoriously unreliable cars running well for years. By investing a little time and effort into maintenance, you protect your investment and ensure a more reliable driving experience. So what does the future hold? Are car manufacturers finally learning from these mistakes? The future of automotive reliability. Can the next generation of cars finally break free from the junk label? The automotive industry is at a crossroads, with manufacturers facing increasing pressure to improve vehicle reliability. After decades of prioritizing flashy technology and luxury features, some brands are starting to reconsider their approach. The question remains, will these changes lead to genuinely more durable cars, or will new innovations simply introduce different problems? One promising development is the move towards simplified powertrains. Automakers are recognizing that over-engineered hybrid systems often lead to maintenance headaches. Some companies are now focusing on reducing mechanical complexity, opting for more straightforward designs that are less prone to failure. For example, Toyota is investing in hybrid systems with fewer moving parts, aiming for a balance between efficiency and durability. This shift could reduce the frequency of engine-related breakdowns, making cars more dependable. Battery technology is also evolving as electric vehicles become more mainstream. In the past, EV owners often faced issues with battery degradation and inconsistent charging performance. However, advancements in battery chemistry, such as solid-state technology, are promising greater longevity and stability. Brands like Tesla and Nissan are actively working on solutions to make their batteries more resilient to frequent charging, which could enhance the overall lifespan of electric vehicles. Public pressure is also forcing car manufacturers to rethink reliability. Social media has amplified consumer complaints, putting brands in the spotlight when their cars fail. Automakers are now more transparent about addressing issues and issuing recalls when necessary. Companies that once ignored customer feedback are now taking proactive steps to improve quality, fearing the financial backlash of bad publicity. Will the future finally deliver cars that last, or just new problems in a shiny package? The answer is uncertain, but the shift towards better built, less complicated cars offers a glimmer of hope. Whether or not manufacturers fully commit to this path will determine whether the next generation of vehicles will truly break free from the junk label. It's crazy how some car brands just keep making the same mistakes, despite all the warnings. Don't fall victim to the hype. Make informed choices before you buy. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to subscribe for more real talk on the automotive industry. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.